Hello, big welcome from me. I'm True Yogi Yoga. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're going to share a beautiful, relaxing session together to really honor this time of year. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere like me, then it will probably be very cold with you where you are. It certainly is here. So make sure you grab your warm things, wear socks if you want to. It's going to be a very grounded session, so you won't need to have lots of grip. So do wear socks, wear a jumper, get your most cozy and comfy yoga garms on, and also make sure you've got some props. So I've got a bolster, which is actually a rolled up blanket. You can use either. You can also use a pillow if you want to. And I've also got two cushions that are a bit smaller in size. Do feel free to use blocks instead. It's just to prop yourself up. So use what you've got. If you haven't got anything, don't worry. You don't need anything, but it's just helpful to have these tools beside you to facilitate the session and facilitate peak comfort. But don't worry one bit if you don't have anything. Just make sure you're warm and comfortable and you can move easily. So, like I said, today's session is in homage to the time of year and to our bodies. So to invite a real relaxation, softening, stillness. So we'll be using very restorative yin style yoga postures to enhance restoration and peace, and to allow that regeneration, that alchemy from within. So I'm very excited to share, and just let's go right ahead and get on with it. So make sure you've got everything. And then we're going to find our way to lying on your back in butterfly. So in yin it's called butterfly, in yoga it's called Supta Baddha Konasana. But grab your block, your bolster, and lie it along the mat, so long ways. And I want you to bring the edge of the bolster to like the base of your ribs, so kind of the last rib, if you can feel for that. Bring the base of your bolster to that last rib, and then lower your spine down along the bolster. Make sure your head is supported and bring the soles of your feet together. So this is where you might want your cushions underneath your legs. I'll just demonstrate. So here, I'm just propping up the top of my thighs with the cushions to assist the hips in this opening. It's quite an intense opening at this early stage in the practice, and if it feels too much, too vulnerable, too icky, then just grab your bolsters, your cushions, your blocks, anything you've got to help support the hips as they ease open. Okay, if you don't have any props and it feels a lot, then feel free to just lengthen your legs out and lie in this supine position. Have your hands on your body, one just towards your belly and one towards your chest, elbows resting against the floor. Close your eyes when it feels comfortable if they're not closed already. And notice how it feels to have your hands on your body. Tune in for a moment to the sensations of your palms. Thousands of sensory receptors in the hands and the fingertips. So just tune in for a moment. How your hands feel against your body. And how your body feels being lovingly touched by your hands. Our hands are expressions of our hearts, extensions of our hearts. And so as you breathe, you'll notice your hands gently rising and falling with the motion of your breath. And with that rhythm, your natural rhythm, imagine a cycle of love pouring from your heart through your arms, into your hands, and then back into your body, generating a cycle of loving energy from your heart, through your arms, into your palms, and back into the body. And allow the rest of your body to relax as you meditate with this love energy. So soften your jaw, maybe give it a wiggle. Allow the back of the head to fully release into the support beneath. Relax the back of your neck and your shoulders. Allow your muscles to feel as though they're sinking off the bones and back towards the mat, just melting into this grounding earth support beneath you. And relax your belly. And soften your glutes and your thighs, your pelvis. Completely relaxed. And soften the knees and the legs, the lower legs, and the feet, the toes. Just let your whole body surrender in this posture. And as we begin this practice today, I invite you to take the affirmation. So repeat after me 3 times in your head. I make time to nurture my body, mind and spirit, and trust that everything I do is enough. I make time to nurture my body, mind and spirit, and trust that everything I do is enough. I make time to nurture my body, mind and spirit, and trust that everything I do is enough. Now take a deep breath in, expanding the belly and the ribs and the back of the body as you do. So imagine your torso filling up like a balloon, and as you exhale, soften, release, relax. Maybe exhale with an audible sigh through the mouth, and then slide your arms over your body and just give yourself a hug. Lovely. Now gently release the hands. If you've got your legs in butterfly, then bring them to your thighs and just allow your hands to assist as you bring the knees up towards the sky and the soles of the feet to the floor. Now windscreen wiper your knees ever so slowly. If your legs were extended, bring them in and just begin to windscreen wiper the knees one side then the other. The feet are about mat distance apart. Imagine your body moving with such grace, care and love. So really feeling into this magical movement of your body in this moment in time where you're really honouring and loving your personal sphere and everything within it. Awesome. Next time you bring your knees over to the right hand side, allow your body to just roll off your prop if you've got one and bring that prop over to the right hand side. And then we're going to hug the prop for a moment, and you can bring your left leg up as well. So imagine you're in bed and you're hugging your pillow. You can have your arm as a rest on top, your right arm, or you can have it underneath. So whatever feels good for you here, make yourself comfy, really nurturing posture. Couple of deep breaths here, long and smooth. And then gently unravel the chest. So bring your arms wide into a T position and both shoulders to rest against the floor. And you can lengthen your right leg out beneath you if there's space to do that. And possibly move your bolster to go underneath your knee. So we're now in this open twist position. If this feels like too much today and you'd rather stay in this restorative hug, then do that. Keep hugging your bolster. If not, then opening out the chest. Give your jaw a wiggle. Breathe energy into your belly, your ribs, your chest, your heart space. Palms open and receptive. And if you want to go a little deeper into this restorative twist, then you can lift the knee up towards the elbow. Also an option here to bend your right knee, so the extended knee, and take your left hand to the foot of your right leg. So it's called cat pulling tail, and it just encourages a little stretch through the quads of your right leg. So that's just an option, and choose what feels good for you. You can also make this much more relaxed by dropping that left knee away from the elbow and allowing the twist to be lower in the spine. And close your eyes if you're comfortable. And if your eyes are open, allow your gaze to rest somewhere. So encouraging this stillness from your external environment to transfer into your internal environment. If you notice your eyes are flitting around a lot and you're inclined to keep looking and fidgeting, welcome in a moment of stillness, just staring in one place, and notice how that stillness in your external vision can translate into your internal world and provide a calm, a peace for a moment within. A couple more breaths here in this position. And preparing to transition, so gently beginning to move your body back through neutral, so through your supine. If you want to press your feet into the mat and lift your hips, give them a gentle wiggle. And then just take a moment in neutral. So bring your arms beside your body and just lie for a few breaths. Notice any variation between your left side and your right side. Notice any sensations that might be arising. Maybe they're not. Whatever is or isn't there. thus adopting a sense of curiosity as you explore the intricacies of your body. And we're going to transition to the next side now. So grab your bolster if you have one, or your prop, and move it over to the left side. And bring your right leg up over the bolster and give that bolster a hug. So in any way that feels sweet, if you want to place a cushion underneath your head, if that feels nice, then do that now. Because you know what? In these restorative practices and in yin, we have time. We have time to really make it serve our own bodies and our own energy levels at the time, to really serve this intentional nurturing of our beautiful and incredible bodies. So make those adjustments for yourself. Invite that care, that real loving care and attention into your practice. And then once you get there, see if you can be still with where you are and let the body really release. And smooth, even breaths. Be with your body. And then starting to think about transitioning to the open twist if you'd like to. If you did on the other side and you want to do it on this side as well, then just opening that right arm out, opening the chest, bringing both shoulders to the floor, and see where you want your right knee to be. Adjust your body in any way that you need to settle into a comfortable spinal twist. And as you breathe in, feel the breath move through the lungs, oxygenating your capillaries, expanding, making space in your body, finding space in the intercostal muscles, around the ribs, opening into that heart space through the front and the back of the heart. And soften your belly as you exhale. Notice if the teeth have come back together, whether you're clenching in the jaw or maybe the space between your eyebrows is frowning. Just see if you can soften that furrow and part the teeth. And if at any point you feel the need to sigh or to yawn or make a noise or anything else, just let that come and welcome the release. Take a couple more breaths here. And then begin to emerge from the posture. Find your way back onto your back, ever so slowly and mindfully. Again, maybe place your feet on the floor, lift the hips, realign your spine. If you want to windscreen wiper the knees side to side, go ahead. And then lengthen your legs out. Bring your hands beside your body and take a moment, couple of breaths in neutral. Conjuring that sense of curiosity once again as we move in and out of posture, in and out of movement and stillness, and back to movement, back to stillness. Now bend your knees and bring your feet towards your hips and hug the knees into your chest. Bring your arms around your shins, gently rock side to side. We hug those knees close in to stretch through the lumbar spine. And then relax. And we're going to cross the left knee over the right. So cross-legged, and bring your hands to slide down your shins. And that might be enough. So bringing your hands to your shins and just drawing the legs in towards the body. If there's space, then you can also take your hands to your ankles. I would recommend not bringing your hands to your feet, as that can place strain on your ankle joint. So to protect the ankle, bring the hands to support that ankle bone and draw the legs in towards the body. So we're looking for a stretch now through the glutes and outer hip on both sides. You'll probably feel it more on one side than the other. And allow the whole of your spine to be supported by your mat and by the floor beneath you. And maybe tuning in with the feedback of your breath in your torso, maybe in your belly, against your thighs. If that's there, if that space is filled and your belly has contact with your legs, then just tune in with that natural rhythm, your natural rhythm. And how it feels for your body to make contact with itself, to make connection with itself. A couple more breaths here. We see if there are any adjustments you want to make. Be drawing those legs a little closer in. And then start wiggling your ankles, roll through the ankle joints in one direction and the other. And then release your hands and lift your feet up to the sky. And give the legs a little shake here, a little release. Let the feet be floppy. And we'll take it to the other side. So right knee crosses over the left this time. Slide your hands down your legs and then draw the legs in towards you. See if this action of using your arms means that your upper body has tensed up, and if so, just soften again. And this constant discussion between yourself and your body, keeping that line of communication open, and the awareness. And every time you notice that maybe you've automatically tensed in some place, then just soften, send that love energy, release and relax. And this can be a continual process of automatic tensing or holding and then conscious releasing. And whatever's true for you in this moment, just allow it to be. And breathing into the torso like a balloon, so filling up front, sides and back from the very base of your lungs all the way up to the heart space. Maybe you want to go a little deeper at this point, so drawing those legs a little closer in, move your hands down your legs if there's space to do that. Just a few more breaths here. And again, giving your ankles a wiggle, a roll, and gently releasing the hands and lift the legs high. Roll through the ankles, maybe stretch the arms overhead, point the toes, flex the toes, so heels to the sky, toes towards your nose, a couple of these. Awesome. And then gently bring your legs down to extend along the mat and take a moment lying supine on your back. Now bring your feet to the floor, so soles to the floor, knees bent, and lift your hips. Bring your hands underneath your glutes with the palms facing down, and then soften your glutes back down against your hands and lengthen your legs out. Okay, so from here we're going to lift the legs up to the sky and hinge up through the body. So take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower your legs to the floor, press into the elbows to bring your torso up to seated. If that doesn't work for you, let it go and just roll over onto one side and come up to seated in any way that feels good. So grab your bolster or your cushion, whatever you've got, let your legs be slightly parted and totally soft. So if the knees are a little bent here, that's absolutely fine. You might want to sit on a cushion to help that curvature of the spine, to help yourself move and lean forwards. Okay, so really soften the legs. No need to keep the feet flexed or the legs engaged. Have your bolster and your support touching your belly, so have it close up to your body. You've got that contact, and then fold over. Okay, and if the bolster's too far away, do feel free to really bend your knees, bring your arms underneath your legs and fold down onto your bolster. And if you're here and you want to just gently, slowly, as we breathe and soften into this position, you can slowly unravel and lengthen the legs out. Do whatever feels good. It might just feel right to have your knees really bent, bolster beside your belly, and just hug from this nice open position. So whatever suits you. And close your eyes to encourage a real inward gaze. In this posture, we're kind of prone, so the body is completely protected, the organs are completely protected, the belly has a support against it, and invite your belly to really soften, because so often we hold in the belly, especially women, sort of conditioned to hold our bellies in. So just let it all go, let it all hang out. And again, see if you can feel the muscles melting off your bones. This process of surrendering. You may feel that your body is just continuously adjusting and giving and releasing and making little variations and adjustments, and just be with your body and allow it to explore this posture as well. So your body and mind working together as you sink into this space, into this moment that you've created. And explore with curiosity whatever comes up there. If at any point you feel you need to come out a little bit and reduce the posture, then go ahead. Just bend your knees or sit up straight. Anything that you feel you need to do. This practice is all about you. So let it really serve you. A few more breaths here. And then beginning to think about moving before that thought process translates to the body moving. Begin to move your fingers, your toes, and use your hands to gently guide you as you lift back up. to seated, and take a moment in neutral spine. And feel your spine. See if you can feel into your spine. Maybe there's a sense of kind of rush or release or any other sensations you might feel. And feel into the muscles around the spine. And feel into your hips and your legs. And then gently transition. We're going to move now into child's pose. In child's pose, I'll invite you to take Brahmari breath, which is humming bee. So in child's pose, you can use your bolster along your mat and just melt your body down over. You might want to have it between, underneath your hips, or along your belly and your chest, your torso. So feel free to do that. And Brahmari breath is humming bee. So what essentially we're doing is humming on the exhale. And this is really stimulating for your parasympathetic nervous system. So that rest and digest, it's really, really helpful to tap into your healing mode and this sense of relaxation and safety. So I'll just demonstrate for a moment. You inhale and exhale. And you're welcome to do that sitting up if you prefer, or moving into your child's pose. Arms can be outstretched, they can be alongside the body. And if you haven't got a bolster between your legs, then you can also bring your arms in between your knees and down by your feet. It's a really nurturing option. So when you're ready, when you get there, close your eyes and just take some deep breaths. And as you exhale, we'll hum. Continuing to hum. And then just starting to bring those hums to a quieter level, so tuning it out. And when you're ready, in your own time, no hurry, make your way up to a kneeling position. And when you get there, just bring your arms to opposite shoulders and bow your head to your arms. Gently release and bring your hands to touch at heart center in Anjali Mudra in prayer position. And feel this neutral spine. And feel the sensation of your hands, your palms pressed against each other. Notice how that feels. Once again, tune in with the sensations in the palms of your hand and feel that love energy transmitting between your heart, through your arms, into your hands and background. This constant circuit of love energy. And take a moment to give yourself gratitude for honoring your cycles and showing up for yourself. You trust that everything you do is enough and all that you are is enough. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale with an audible sigh through the mouth. Bow your head to your hands in gratitude to this practice and the origins of this practice in India and the East, the people and practitioners before us. And then bow down to the earth, gratitude to Mama Earth and her natural cycles, giving us an example of how we can truly nurture. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. As always, like and subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you back here on the mat next time. Mwah.